I had been arguing with someone online for months. We hated each other. We exposed each other. We even tried to ruin each other's lives. But then one night, I found out something that completely broke me. The person I was fighting online was my own girlfriend. So this happened about a year ago. I'm a 24-year-old guy, living in a small apartment, working a normal 9-to-5 job. Nothing crazy about my life, except one thing. I was very active online, especially on forums and discussion platforms. I loved debating people, arguing about opinions, and sometimes taking things way too far. And that's where everything started going wrong. Her name was Sarah. We had been dating for almost 2 years. She was smart, funny, and honestly, way out of my league. We met through a mutual friend, and things just clicked instantly. She wasn't really into social media or online drama. In fact, she always told me, "You spend way too much time arguing with strangers online." I used to laugh it off. But if I'm being honest, she was right. Around that time, I started getting into heated arguments with this one account online. Their username was ShadowTruth. At first, it was just a normal disagreement. But over time, it became personal. Every post I made, they were there. Every comment, they replied. And not just replies. They would destroy me. Like, they knew exactly what to say to hit where it hurt. Things started getting intense. We weren't just arguing anymore. We were attacking each other. They called me arrogant, fake, insecure, and somehow, it felt like they actually knew me. Like really knew me. One day, I posted something about my job. Nothing too specific, just a general rant. But within minutes, ShadowTruth replied, "Maybe if you actually did your job properly, you wouldn't be complaining." That hit weird. Because that's exactly what my boss had told me earlier that day. Word for word. At first, I ignored it. But then it kept happening. Every time I posted something personal, they somehow knew more than they should. I started thinking, is this someone I know? But that didn't make sense. My friends weren't even active on that platform. And Sarah? She didn't even use it. At least, that's what I thought. Around the same time, something changed in my relationship. Sarah started acting different. She would get annoyed more easily, question things I said, bring up random arguments. It felt like she was analyzing me, like she was studying my behavior. Here's where it gets creepy. One night, I had a huge argument with ShadowTruth online. We were going back and forth for hours. They said something that really pissed me off. "You always play the victim in real life too, don't you?" I got so angry, I slammed my laptop shut. Later that night, Sarah called me. And during the conversation, she said, "You always act like the victim, you know that?" Same words. Same tone. Same energy. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a coincidence. But I didn't want to believe it. Because if it was true, that would mean, no, there's no way. So I decided to test it. The next day, I made a fake story online. Something completely made up. I posted, "My coworker spilled coffee on my laptop today. Worst day ever." It never happened. I just wanted to see. Within minutes, ShadowTruth replied, "Maybe you deserved it. You're always careless." That was normal. But then, a few hours later, I met Sarah. And guess what she said? "So, I heard about your coworker spilling coffee on your laptop. My heart dropped. I froze. I never told her that story. Because it wasn't real. So how did she know? There was only one explanation. And I didn't want to accept it. I tried to convince myself. Maybe someone else told her. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But deep down, I knew. Something was very, very wrong. From that moment, I became obsessed. I started watching everything. Her phone usage. Her reactions. The timing of her messages. And slowly, a pattern started forming. Every time she was busy or not replying, Shadow Truth was active online. Every single time. I didn't know what to feel. Anger? Confusion? Betrayal? The girl I trusted the most. Could she really be the same person? Who was trying to destroy me online? I knew I had to find the truth. So I made a plan. A risky one. Because if I was right, this wouldn't just end our relationship. It would expose something much darker than I ever expected. The person I hated the most online might be my own girlfriend. And now, I was about to prove it. I needed solid proof. Not guesses. Not coincidences. Proof. So I came up with a simple plan. I would message Shadow Truth directly. And at the same time, be with Sarah in real life. If she was the one behind the account, she wouldn't be able to hide it. The next evening, I invited Sarah over. We ordered food, watched Netflix. Everything felt normal. Too normal. But inside, my heart was racing. I was waiting for the right moment. She got comfortable on the couch, scrolling on her phone. That's when I opened my laptop quietly. I logged into my account and sent a message to Shadow Truth. Why are you so obsessed with me? Then I waited. A few seconds passed. Then, I heard it. A tiny vibration. From Sarah's phone. My entire body went cold. I slowly looked at her. She picked up her phone, glanced at the screen, and smirked. At that exact moment, my laptop pinged. A reply from Shadow Truth. Maybe because you're easy to break. I couldn't breathe. That was it. No more doubt. No more denial. It was her. 2 years. 2 years of trust. Love. Memories. And this is what it was hiding. She wasn't just some random troll. She was the one person I trusted the most. And she had been attacking me. Studying me. Breaking me. For months. I closed my laptop slowly. She looked up at me. Everything okay? She asked. I stared straight at her and said, So, how's Shadow Truth doing? Her face changed instantly. The smile disappeared. Her eyes widened. For the first time, she looked scared. She didn't even try to deny it. She just sighed. And said, I was wondering when you'd figure it out. That sentence broke something inside me. I asked her, why? Her answer? Because I wanted to see who you really are. I didn't understand. She continued. Online, people show their true selves. No filters. No pretending. She said she created the account months ago. Just to observe me. But then, she started arguing with me. Testing me. Pushing me. And then she said something even worse. At first it was just curiosity, but then it became interesting. Interesting. Destroying me mentally. was interesting to her. She admitted everything. She triggered arguments on purpose. She used personal details against me. She wanted to see how far I could go. She literally turned my life into an experiment. I felt anger like never before. But more than that, I felt stupid. How did I not see it? All the signs were there. She tried to explain more. Tried to justify it. But I stopped her. And I said, "You didn't just test me, you broke my trust." I asked her to leave. No shouting. No drama. Just silence. She walked out. And that was the last time I saw her. I deleted my account that night. Stopped arguing online. Stopped trying to prove things to strangers. Because I realized something. The biggest enemy in my life was never online. It was someone sitting right next to me. So yeah, the person I hated the most online was the person I loved the most in real life. If you made it this far, you already know this story wasn't normal. Trust isn't something you realize the value of until it's gone. So tell me in the comments, what would you do if you were in my place? And if you enjoy real, shocking, and emotional stories like this, make sure to subscribe. Because the next story might be even crazier than this one. See you in the next video.